Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot reading for you, and we're going to be starting with Oracle. If you've never been to my channel before, thank you for giving it a chance, seeing if it's a fit for you. Please consider liking and subscribing if this reading was helpful. You already got an Oracle card flying out. It's a really loving and a really active community, you'll notice. And so, man, if you really like lifting other people up, you like being lifted up through tarot, this is your tribe. So we only take the cards that fly out on their own. That way we just go with flow. We're not forcing anything. There's no ego on my part involved. And we're just basically having a conversation with the deck. So asking what's coming towards Pisces, what's going to benefit them to know about. Please make it clear. And then we have, that's the Angels of Abundance deck. And then we have the Divine Feather Messenger deck. So it's been an interesting feeling in the pre-shuffle. Definitely spicy and kind of fiery, and that's a unique sensation with Pisces in particular, because when they are in a spicy and a fiery place, and some of you guys are not in that place yet, but when Pisces go into a fiery or spicy place, very interesting things happen. So we have the message of the white turkey. I know, it's called the Divine Feather Messenger deck. The power to heal the earth is within you. The power, that's major. You guys, I like to pray for you. That's part of my spiritual practice, and I encourage everybody to do it as well. It lifts me up, lifts you guys up. So if you'd like for everybody to pray for you, myself included, feel free to say hello in the comment section. Even an emoji, that works too. It just represents your energy and we can focus on that. Next, we have block out distractions. And for some of you Pisces, the distractions are literally certain relationships and people that are not feeding you. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. There's the spice, there's the fire. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics, avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Right on. And this is your daily affirmation. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. And I love what Ed Sheeran actually recently said about failure. And also I think that Robin Williams said this about failure. You learn nothing from success. I love that. Don't you love that? And Ed Sheeran actually goes on to talk about how we need to actually forge a new relationship with failure, because it's a godsend. It makes us recalibrate. It makes us recalculate and recalibrate our plans, and we refine our lives that way. Okay, so getting into tarot, we're going to start with a classic Rider-Waite-Smith deck. What's coming towards Pisces at this time of viewing this video? What's going to benefit their highest good to know about? My dear Pisces. Only taking cards that fly. If they fall in reverse, I read them that way. That's kind of how we run it here. So far, we have Queen of Cups, that's your energy, and we had two that came out. How funny. And they did knock into my hand. They're still upright. We have the Knight of Pentacles and Two of Wands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple more cards out. We're going to unpack the energy, going to give you a broad scope of what this reading is going to be about, and then we'll get more detail for each card. This is going to be an extended reading, so if you like the longer readings, not just 10 to 15 minutes, and you want to go on over to the extended, that link will be in the description box below. Interesting. I will definitely want to be getting some clarity on the Five of Cups here. So there's okay. What I want to say right away is keep going. Whatever it is that you're honing your focus on, block out distractions, right? As you continue to refine the picture, to block out distractions, for some of you guys, you know, hitting the drawing board again and recalibrating your plans. This is coming towards you. You have something that's very like your progress is happening. And this is specifically developing a clear plan, but it's slow. And what's really cool about this is that when it arrives, and when I say it, this is like things around security, material wealth, This could be an opportunity. It can work around your career. That's very much the energy right now of your reading. And I will say that as you're developing a clear plan, yes, it has been slow. Some of you guys have actually you had the inkling of this plan even years ago. And I say this plan, it wasn't even a specific plan. You didn't have the details yet, but you had this inkling of things have got to change. Things have got to evolve, but you knew that you could not rush it. Every Pisces has that, like, we learn as humans that that's usually regrettable, but there's a certain amount of timing. It's felt appropriate just to kind of go with the flow. But with that fiery energy that I'm getting from your cards, there's a determination right now that is at hand. It's going to move the it's going to move the pointer. It's going to move it forward either way. Pointer. You guys help me. So we have 5 of Cups here. And before I go into that, I actually want to get clarity. So I'm going to skip over that card and we're going to move over here. So yes, some of you guys have faced your own tenacity very head on. You've looked at the option of giving up and you've decided not to, but you are exhausted and you are tired. So what's great about this is 10 of Wands comes out to tell you, you are almost ready. You are almost about to set down these bundle of sticks, this burden. And sometimes burdens are put upon us, but sometimes they're just chapters in life. Like when we look back at like a burden or that exhausting chapter of life, we realize, wow, there's so many little gifts I got in the nuances. But you're ready for a bigger picture. You're ready for a different picture. And I'm here to tell you, don't give up. Now let's unpack this 5 of Cups and some of these other ones, because I want to know what is going on with this 5 of Cups. Okay, so this looks like it could have been disappointment around maybe a relationship or a reaction to somebody that somebody had. Maybe there's a clash of ambitions you're having with somebody. Maybe there's just a disagreement. And I think that the bigger picture of this disappointment, this sense of a little bit of grief attached here, is that I think you are kind of you're breaking away from the devil, right? So this is upside down to let you know you're breaking these chains. Sometimes something that's giving us relief feels like a shock of cold water at first, like something that is releasing us. It's that whole like rejection is God's protection thing. Something that is releasing us can be mistaken as a type of rejection or a type of loss because we're so used to it being there. And one analogy would be like, you've got this dead weight chained to your ankle and you're so used to walking like this, limping along. You're so used to that dead weight. You can mistake it for your friend. You can mistake it for your life. You can mistake it for your identity. Fill in the blank, but you get the picture, right? So in this case, all of a sudden you have this freedom. All of a sudden, like that weight is about to be taken off. For some of you guys, this has already happened. Some of you guys, this is about to happen with the release of this 10 of Wands. And the initial reaction might be disappointment. And I just kind of want to give you a big, huge hug in that moment. And I want to have a good laugh with you because you're going to laugh at it later on. You're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, I just didn't realize that I was that enmeshed with it, that I actually thought it was part of me, that it was part of my life. So when you all of a sudden have this light weight and you have all this mobility, it's going to feel like a loss. And it is. But it's a beautiful loss. So because of that, you're going to be able to move forward. And so that brings me to the Knight of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands, making these plans, but things are moving a little bit slow. For some of you guys, it's lasted months or years because you knew that you couldn't rush it. And we started with your energy. Queen of Cups is very intuitive. It's nurturing. And we got to be careful as Pisces with that nurturing energy because it's both a superpower and a super weakness, right? Block out distractions. What's that weight around your ankle, right? So it's one thing for somebody else to take the weight from you, another entity. It's a whole nother thing for you to take it off of yourself. So, but sometimes we just can't even see it, right? We get used to it. We get enmeshed with it. What's this Knight of Pentacles with Two of Wands for my Pisces? It very much has something to do with what makes you feel strong and secure in your life. So career, some of you guys are going through housing stuff. Some of you guys are going through like literally like legacy building, inheritance, that type of thing. There's a certain amount of determination in this energy. And it's because something you know something has come to an end, but a natural ending with the Death card. Death card is an awesome card, and I'll tell you why. There's a certain amount of natural momentum that's built with the Death card. I always say it, I always equate it to the seasons, but you can't stop winter from coming. You can't stop those leaves from crumpling up and falling off the trees. They have to make room for new blossoms and new growth, and that's the Death card. So there's a certain amount of relief you can get from knowing that there's a season that has ended here, and you did your best in it. You did a good job in it. You didn't force things, and as soon as you tried, if you ever tried, you'd know it, and you listen to that. And it's bringing you to here, you know, the Nine of Cups, that's the big picture, making you happy. I think there's a certain amount of responsibility a lot of Pisces are claiming. Block out distractions, right? The focus is you're like taking the reins in your own life. When there was that moment, Pisces, where you were looking at Nine of Wands upside down, exhausted, looking at your tenacity, your refusal to quit. You had a choice in that moment. When you looked at it front on, you had a choice. And you chose not to give up. Maybe you found your water, right? Maybe you found another way around. Maybe you found a little ways to compensate this or gain a little energy or a little income there, here and there, but you didn't give up. And beneath all that, there's something bigger. There's taking responsibility for your life. There's taking responsibility for your vision. And that's Emperor energy. Tell me more about Emperor energy, please, for my Pisces. Yeah, mental recovery. Some of you guys went through a very hard ending. And it wasn't just an ending with one entity, or maybe it could have been with a group of people. It could have been with a workspace. It could have been with family. But you're coming through these wounds. You're coming through this recovery, shining like a freaking star. You don't feel necessarily the shiny part, a lot of you guys yet, but you will. You're just like, life is just all about cycles. So we're catching you through the death cycle. We're catching you like you're literally shedding that skin. You're in the act of shedding the skin, putting down these wands, making this mental recovery, taking responsibility, deciding I'm not going to give up. Even if it's exhausting, I know the light at the end of the tunnel is near. I can see the castle off in the distance. One more for Ten of Swords, and then we'll move on to your extended. Make it count for my Pisces. Ace of Cups. There's the shiny. There's the bright. A lot of you guys will be opening up yourselves to new relationships. Some of them will be romantic. Some of them will be friendship. But there's something really admirable about you. You just give yourselves one of these, you guys. So I'm going to move on to the extended where I do the advice portion. I hope this was helpful for all of you guys that don't want to follow me over there. But I'm just going to remind us real quick. We're going to come back around to your oracle cards. The power to heal the earth is within you. That's Emperor energy. And then we have, of course, our favorite over here, block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention right now. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics, avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are. And failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.